Good morning and thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Amy Dunlap and I'm the Director of Family Engagement, Marketing, and Legislative Advocacy at Michigan International Prep School. We're here this morning because the state legislature is giving serious consideration to drastically cutting education funding for roughly 21,000 public school students. The parents of every single one of those nearly 21,000 students made the conscious decision to enroll their child in the current school for one simple reason. It's what works best for their child and their family. I can't introduce you to all 21,000 students whose lives and future prospects would be made worse should these cuts be enacted. However, I can introduce you to a handful of thoughtful and eloquent parents, students, and educators who can speak to the negative impact these cuts would have. I'd like to first bring up one of our state's fantastic parents, Shambria Mack.
Thank you, Amy. My oldest daughter was born 4 months prematurely. Doctors gave her a 2% chance at survival. She's here today, and she's literally our miracle. She's done everything her way from the very beginning. Sometimes she's very early to do things, and sometimes she's late. Virtual learning was the obvious choice for us. Some subjects are incredibly easy to her, while some take a bit longer. Our school has been such a blessing to our family, and now I am beyond concerned that is now in serious jeopardy. With today's vote, our lawmakers singled out my children and told them that their education is somehow worth less than another's. Every child deserves to be treated fairly, and that means funding every child equally.
Good morning. My name is Kofi Agu. I'm a 12th grade student at Michigan International Prep School, and I'm here today to voice my concerns about the proposed cut in education funding. I needed online school, and there are countless other students around the state who also need it for their own unique reasons.
I'm excited about my future and truly appreciate the guidance, support, encouragement, and education I've received as a virtual learner. An education that is just as valuable as if I had been an in-person learner, and one that deserves to be funded in the same way.
Just to know about the significance of this budget cut at 20% is approximately $1,900 per student. Now, my school is a little bit on the smaller side, so we are already receiving between $3,200 and $7,800 less per student. And now you want to cut us even more. That just doesn't seem right to me.
Finally, I'd like to thank everybody for coming and would like to ask Dan Quisenberry, President of MAPSA, to join us for a question and answer session.
James addressed my question there at the end, but the costs aren't the same for these all virtual schools.
While we don't have maybe some of the same expenses, we still have expenses, so a lot of different, not less.
And we fund students in this state. We don't fund systems and costs. The other thing you're hearing from us today is there was no committee meeting today. If this is the only cut in a historically large state budget, why weren't we brought in to allow us to share all this information with the committees? They're relatively new in their committee assignments, and we had no opportunity to share any of this information or have a legitimate conversation. The idea behind Michigan's per pupil funding is exactly that moms and dads should be able to take those dollars with them to those districts. We don't compare costs with any place else. Why are we looking just at online schools?